The league champions are heading to Haiti. 13 goals were scored at BAA last night, and the equestrian community is mourning the death of Pan American Games silver medalists. Hi, I'm Earl Basden with the Islandstats Sports Report. I'll have details of these stories and more in today's report. Islandstats can reveal that the CFU Club Championship Group Stages schedule has been unveiled, and the Bermuda Football Association's 2014-15 Premier Division champions, Somerset Trojans, are in the draw. The CFU revealed that 14 clubs from 8 member associations, including Bermuda, have entered the competition that will open with a preliminary round consisting of 2 4-team groups and 2 3-team groups. The 4 group winners will advance to the final round, which will be contested at a single location between April 29th and May 1st. It will utilize a semi-final, third place match, and a final format. The schedule sees the Somerset Trojans heading to Port-au-Prince, Haiti in February for Group 2 action against host Don Bosco on February 24th, and then they will face La Cluise from Guadeloupe on February 26th. The 2 finalists and third place match winner will earn berths to the 2016-17 Scotia CONCACAF Champions League. Well, if you thought 11 goals on Sunday in the Premier Division match was a lot of goals, well, 13 goals were scored in a First Division makeup match at the BAA field last evening, with the home team earning an 8-5 victory over the Young Men's Social Club. With winds gusting 20 knots to 30 knots at their back in the first half, BAA held a 5-0 lead. The second half produced 8 goals, with Young Men's Social Club at one point pulling within 1. It only took 4 minutes for BAA to take the lead when Josh Hartman scored. The lead was doubled 4 minutes later when Marcus Ming found the back of the net. In the 26th minute, the lead was 3-0 when Willie Clemens scored. Troy Tucker extended the lead to 4-0 in the 37th minute, and then when Nazir Richardson scored in the 40th minute, BAA held that 5-0 lead. 5 minutes into the second half, Sakai Tuzo put Young Men's Social Club on the board, but BAA's 5-goal lead was restored when Hartman scored his second goal of the game in the 53rd minute. Tuzo would score yet again in the 60th minute to make the score 6-2, and Ungo 7 minutes later for Young Men's Social Club would make the score 6-3. 2 minutes later, Tuzo would complete his hat-trick, pulling Young Men's Social Club within 2. Young Men's Social Club would come within 1 when Clay Darrell, the league-leading goal scorer, found the back of the net in the 81st minute, but 5 minutes later, BAA would get some breathing room when Hartman concluded his hat-trick. Clemens would then end the game as a contest in injury time when he converted from the left side of the box. And finally, in football news, Norrie Scott, who represented the Independent Schools Football Association recently in trials for the South Kent of England at the Under-18 representative camp in St. George Park, has been selected to face English colleges on Sunday, January the 10th. The North Village Rams player Scott has been selected to suit up with a 2 p.m. kickoff. Bermuda's Pan American Games finalist Jillian Teixeira is mourning Pan American Games silver medalist, Venezuelan show jumper, and Rio 2016 hopeful Andres Rodriguez, who died at the age of 31 after a car crash in Florida. Teixeira, who finished tied 30th, said, "This is tragic news for the equestrian community around the world. Andres was an inspiration. He was an amazing rider with incredible talent. He was also one of those genuine and sincere people I have ever met. He was a true horseman. He will be deeply missed, but forever remembered." End quote. The Bocce International Sports Federation will announce the allocated slots for the 2016 World Individual Championships, which are due to be announced on Saturday, January the 9th. All federations, including Bermuda, received invitations last month to the championships scheduled to begin in Beijing from March 19th through to the 26th. Bermuda had bocce competitors compete at the Parapan Games in Toronto and a team at the BSI Fed World Open in Colombia. Bermuda have submitted names to compete in the 2016 World Individual Championships. A total of 160 athletes will be granted places at the championships with a maximum number of 3 athletes in a class per country. Olympic and Paralympic host Rio de Janeiro is attempting to tackle an explosion of dengue fever cases by trying to wipe out mosquitoes who carry the tropical disease with a series of measures. Workers have begun a process of trying to clear up areas of stagnant water where mosquitoes breed, while also trying to raise awareness among the public to encourage them to do the same in and around their homes. It is believed that an increase in the number of mosquitoes and cases is down in the city's residents opting to store containers of water throughout a drought last year, giving the insects more opportunities to breed. Last month, Superintendent of the Surveillance of the State Department of Health reported that 62,507 cases of the disease had been reported since the start of 2015. IAAF President Lord Coe will double the world governing body's anti-doping budget as part of his plan to rebuild trust in athletics. Since Sir Coe was elected, Russia have been barred from world athletics for allegedly involved in widespread doping. Coe's predecessor, Liam Diak, is the subject of a police investigation, while IAAF officials Nick Davis has stepped aside over a separate matter. Coe is quoted as saying, quote, "Be under no illusion about how serious I take these issues." Coe goes on to say, "I am president of an international federation which is under serious investigation, and I represent a sport under intense scrutiny," end quote. As well as taking the IAAF anti-doping budget to $7.99 million, Coe wants to appoint a new chief executive by the middle of 2016, establish a separate integrity unit for athletes before this summer's Olympics, and double the international testing pool of athletes to 1,000. In commercial bowling league action at the Warwick Lanes, it saw the BPS Blue Lanterns defeat We Do It Big 4-0. Double Trouble won by the same score over the 10-pin Mafia. The Spinners defeated the Superstars 4-0, while the Alley Pals defeated BTC 3-1. The game between the Sunset and the Braves ended 2-2, and Livewires defeated Sweet Life 3-1. Thank you for joining. I'm Earl Baisden with Islandstats Sports. Do enjoy the rest of your day.